Hey guys, Andy here. I'm not a massive screen protector fan, if I'm very honest. Quite a lot of the time they don't fit up to the very edges. You get the funny halo effect where they're not quite at the edge and they're not quite sticking properly at the edges as well. They add a bit of bulk to the screen. You can almost feel the thickness of them around the edges and wherever they are, around the cutouts. So I prefer just to not put keys and things in my pocket with my phone. It is in there by itself most of the time. But at the same time, if there's a nice one that fits well and it's nice and thin, I'm all ears. And I found that InvisShield do very nice screen protectors. I had one, or they sent me one very kindly for my Note 9, and they've sent me one to try on the Pixel 3 XL. And that's what we have here today. So it's a little sticky to sort of pull the tray out of the box. There we go. Oops. So we got a little bag of goodies. We'll go through it in a second. We got a sponge, which I'll explain in a second as well. In fact, I'm going to explain everything in a second. Let's just tip everything out, look, and then we'll get to work. So basically how it works is we have some liquid in here. I sort of remove the end and I twist off the front, and we drop the liquid onto the screen. We then, in here, have the actual, I didn't mention it is tempered glass. Only way to go with screen protectors, to be quite honest. The sort of plasticky, bendy ones aren't worth your time. And they've sent me two, which is very good of them. So if I totally muck one up, we're still in business. And we can slide it out. And yeah, I can feel there is a slight curve at the edge, because as flat as a screen as the 3XL has, there is still a bit of a curve at the edge. So that is the screen protector, and that will sit on, or drop on, because actually, I don't think there's anything else. Because actually what we do is, we sit it at the front, we basically sit it on that bit of sponge, with the liquid is already underneath, and as you pull the sponge out, you're gradually lowering the protector down, until it's sitting on the liquid. The liquid's going to spread out. I'll just explain this because this is not an instructional video by any means. They have some reasonably good instructional videos. I'm just going to explain because I'm going to fit it anyway, but I'll probably just show you like a sped up version or something. You don't need to see me wrestling with the device to fit it. So that's the sort of liquid. Oh, we then cure it. Now they didn't send in the box, but I have one from the last one they sent. A little UV lamp. We plug it in via USB. UV light hardens the glue on the device, and basically sticks the screen to the device. You needn't worry, it does come off. I won't lie, I took it off my Note 9 after a little while. As I say, I'm not generally a fan of screen protectors. Oh, they have a little spirit level to check that that's quite cool, isn't it? To check that your table is level, so that the liquids, if it's not level, obviously the liquid's all going to run to the front and you're a bit buggered. Nano coating. So I think this is after pasting film. So basically once it's all stuck on, I think you then sort of rub with the nano thingamajig. We've got alcohol pads, excuse me, for cleaning the screen in the first place, and I think for help removing any bits of the locker. This is the locker. I forgot what that stands for now actually. So we've got that. We've got a little card which is to help you kind of just do bits of, lift it off if you need, and whatever else, and kind of jiggy things about a little bit. We've got a dust absorber and a guide sticker. I don't think I used the guide stickers last time, but in theory you can stick I might try them actually. You can stick the front of the screen, because what you don't want is just the liquids covering it. You don't want the screen moving in some way or other. So I might try using those this time. Oh, and we do. So I brought some over. Oh, we've got a installation guide just there. That's their details as well, should you wish to contact them. And they send us a bunch of sort of little bits of cloth, which is quite good of them. I say, oh yeah, there are. I was going to say a bunch there. They are. There's all bits inside. I do have the old ones from the last one as well, actually. So what I will do, that's kind of the unboxing element of it all. I'm now going to try and fit it. I'll try and film bits of it just so you can see what's going on. And then we'll come back afterwards to see what it looks like, I suppose. So I had to have two attempts of this. This was attempt one, put the locker fairly central. I was even using the guide sticky tabs, but it wouldn't flow upwards. Even if I was sort of leaning the device, it wouldn't flow upwards. So I thought, you know what, take it off, let's try again. I'll put the liquid a bit nearer the top end, and I was going to use the the case to help me lean, but I didn't even have to lean it upwards, it just started heading upwards, and that's where it all went wrong for me, really. So the lower bit, it was okay. It's gradually, you can see it sort of covering into the lower part of the screen, but I had a slight bubble in the top corner. This is where it all went wrong. You can see the amount of, so I got rid of the bubble in the end, and I made the cardinal sin, which it does actually say, I've looked back, I think you're not supposed to touch it, and you see the amount of liquid in my front speaker there, like my top speaker. That's caused me some problems. I tried to clean it all out. I need to have another go, really, to be fair, but it's really caused some issues. So golden rule, do not touch it as you're trying to apply. Don't do what I've done, because it did go fairly wrong. I mean, I got it all in the right place in the end, and I tried to clean out that that speaker and make sure sort of all the edges are cleaned, and you don't get, when your buttons getting sticky, then clean off all of the alcohol wipe. So the bottom looks fine. The top, I don't know. Yeah, I think the speaker grid I need to go to work on a bit more still. But it's a really good fit if you actually do it properly, unlike me. Now obviously the screen's looking a little bit, it's still sort of a bit greasy on the actual glass, but we can soon sort that. So I think it is a really good fit. It lines up very well. I've got it slightly off actually. I can see now it's slightly too high. But generally, I mean, that's a full screen protection, isn't it? It gives it a little bit of extra thickness. Look, you can kind of just feel it, but not a lot. Really not a lot. And because it lines up perfectly with the edge, you don't notice as much. It just feels like the side of the phone. Obviously, there's no issues with touch response. That's all fine. So I think generally it is a really nice screen protector. You just have to be very careful when you're fitting it. Don't do what I did. Don't touch it, move it. Let it settle. Maybe get yourself 2 or 3 sets while you're ordering one. So they're about, I think it comes to about $25. I'll leave the link to order in the video description. But maybe when you're going to order them, just buy enough that you can have 2 or 3 goes, because I messed up my first go, and then the second go I felt the pressure that I've got to get it right off this one, otherwise, you know, what do I do almost? So just make sure you order enough that you can just bail. You can just, no, this isn't working, start again. Whereas I didn't, and I kind of had to try and bodge that one together. And I mean, definitely that top speaker is quieter at the moment. It's really quiet at the minute. So I need to try and properly clean it. I need to get some alcohol on a toothbrush pound. They have got some really good videos actually, the guys that do the screen protector. So there is one about sort of cleaning the speakers with a toothbrush and some alcohol. Just give it a bit of a scrub, and you can see all the lacquer coming out. Bear in mind, if you do so in between attempt 1 and attempt 2, I did kind of rinse the phone off. It's IP68 certified, so it should be fine. But the speakers were really quiet after I did that, which is kind of to be expected, that they're going to be wet. They're going to be full of like bits of water and all sorts. You're going to have to wait 3 or 4 hours before the speakers start to come back. So don't panic too much if you have to do that like me. But yeah, I think I've got some locker in there somewhere because the speakers still aren't quite as good as they were before. So we'll see. I'll have to give a bit more of a clean. But yeah, just as long if you're careful when you do it, don't be a bit of an idiot like me. You'll probably be okay, because it is a very good screen protective. It really covers the device very well. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Give me abuse for being an idiot, whatever you want to do. But for now, my name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon. Well done, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, you might want to click the little fellow that should hopefully appear about here to subscribe. You may also want to check out some of my other videos, which are going to appear somewhere there. Also, come and have a look at my website, androidandy.uk. There is also a forum. Come and say hello on the forum. If you've got any questions about things, or request me to review things, or anything else, just come and have a chat on the forum.